You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that you're here to slay her.
Let's just walk away. We don't want to do this anymore.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave?
Yeah.
Do you even know where you're going?
No idea. Okay, fine. No. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I like the bickering between the voices. Or the narrator and all of my voices.
That's strange.
What?
It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
You cheeky bastard.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Well then. Let me just turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I really get a kick out of games where you can kind of fight with the narration or the narrator. The only other one, no, there are two. There's Portal and what's the other one? Stanley Parable. So those are the three that I've played where you can kind of like fight with the narrator, and I really enjoy that. It's really fun. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Yes, I do.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I'm basically playing the show From. No matter where you go, you still end up in this cabin or this town. There's no fighting this, is there? I have to go into the cabin, don't I? Well, you know, I'm kind of stubborn. IRL. So, oh yeah. Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
I don't believe you.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Ooh, yeah, the music's getting freaky too.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Huh.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Infinite worlds and possibilities.
Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you?
I am.
It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility.
Yes.
Because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yes.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Man, it's only happening because you're saying it's happening, narrator. I get your little shtick. A stranger! Let's go! We're back in Outer Wilds! Yes!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin
look at this.
Is a princess.
There's a wall now. Yeah.
You're here to slay her.
I wonder if I can walk away again. I'm not going to, because I want to see what the stranger is. If I can't run away from the cabin, and I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Ooh, man, that's so tempting. That's so tempting. I want to do that, but no, I want to see what the stranger is. I'm so curious. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh.
She will lie. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Maybe.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Oh yeah. So this is the cobblestones that you would see in the normal chapter 1, I guess. This is a little bit of the cabin, and I think there's a little bit of the tower. They're like stones from the tower, where Dominatrix Mama stepped on me. And this, I forget where that's from. This is the normal stuff, and then there's the mirror, of course. And then there's some space there. Let's just fall through the cracks. That looks like an axe too.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Let's grab it.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, the music. The way that the music changes too, I'm very surprised at like the different options. Is options the right word? No, the different variations to this track. I dig it.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Yeah, I like the contrarian.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Every single time.
You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh ho ho ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
I feel like this is just me.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
I mean, there's an argument to be made about us already being insane, but okay.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
You know, this is probably super silly that it's taken me this long to realize, or at least think. Is this all, whoever's voice acting the narrator, is that person also voice acting all of the different voices? Just modulating it differently or something? Maybe. That'd be pretty impressive if so. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Just approach the mirror first.
You walk up to the wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
You reach forward, but there was, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
That's what they say.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Who's they, now that I'm thinking about it? Who have I heard say that? To be honest, no one? Maybe I heard it in a movie. Yeah, let's hold the blade the other way.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes! It's so much better! Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Do we look like a badass now? Ooh. Ooh. If you're giving me... I know I am supposed to kill the princess. I told myself I would. But you can't give me options like this and not expect me to pick them. So I'm gonna throw the damn blade out the window.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it.
Suppose I will.
We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually.
You're not wrong.
I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
Oh, don't be a baby.
What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Down we go.
The door to the basement creaks
yes.
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
It's an Escher painting.
Nothing here seems to belong. And the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get.
Yes.
Your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Yeah, down means up, left means up, down, right
The air
means
here has a sickening,
center.
almost sludge-like miasma to it. The kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello?
Ooh.
Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
Ooh, baby, yeah.
No, thank you.
Me in literally any horror game.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
What's that?
And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Yeah. We could be friends. Contrarian. Ooh, okay. Take the harsh stairs to the left. Take the center staircase. Take this up. There's no way that each one of these leads to a completely different outcome for the princess. If so, that would be remarkable. So let's take the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
Okay.
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
Ooh.
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Ooh.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey.
These effects are
Continuous march
awesome.
forward to a destination long forgotten.
So these effects are awesome, and I'm really enjoying them, but mostly because I'm pretty sure this is just how they made the game, essentially. This is their first sketch before they prettified it.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
Fuck! Oh my goodness. I have goosebumps all over my arms. That was... mwah. That was beautiful. I really like that. That was great. Just cut to the princess. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
It looks like she was crying, or she's looking a little sad, but this is way bad.
And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Ish. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Yes.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back?
No, keep doing this.
Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him?
Should we?
Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
I wonder, notice how this princess's eyes are moving a little bit, because that's just how she's animated. If she was superimposed like on top of this, on top of this version of the princess while the lights were off, and that's why I was looking that way. Maybe.
Until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Okay, well then. How do we do that? Down here is weird. Can we ask her for her name again? Wait a minute, check this out. So, this is both... I can pick to try to free her and leave her in the basement. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, but before I do that, I want to ask her more things in case she'll break more. There's more of you now.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going.
I do.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
I don't have a knife.
How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Well, I'm clearly going to do the opposite of what you say. Getting down here was weird. Like I was pulled apart and put together again. Do you know what happened to me?
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
You're kind of a bitch. At least the middle one.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you?
Do I get 3? I do get 3. Well, I have 3 choices here. I want to see if I can get 4. You're apparently... No, I don't want to tell her that she's a threat to the world. All I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. Do you know why you're down here? Give me another fracture.
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous.
Maybe.
But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster. And the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
I like it. Yeah, this is my only choice, so I'm getting you out of here. I'm gonna try to free her. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement. Regretfully think about the time you threw the blade out the window.
Wait, that's not right. Go on.
This could be the background of like a desktop.
You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture.
Yes.
The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
I love this so much. I love shit that goes topsy-turvy.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
I got nothing.
No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Holy shit. One is stabbed and one is... Oh, this is sick.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 fingers here. This is terrifying.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Come on, son.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
What do I look like? You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Oh yeah, look at this. Cool. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. What's she gonna look like at the top of the cabin? Or the hill? Freaky, you are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Holy shit, that's her mouth. Wow. That's so freaky. There's trees and stars. And there are people. I think. At least, there are supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
So here, it looks like this was a mouth, but they no longer have one, but it's smiling, which is even more freaky. This one's wide open, and you can't see anything here. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices to speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
If this is the last stage before your completion, and I'm not going back, I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
No. You're not stopping my game. Not this time. No. There's no waiting forever. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
What did you do to that mouth? How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Oh shit. If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Holy shit. So then now the question is, are we going to kill the final vessel? Are we going to let the final vessel go? I don't know. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die.